Good morning, all of you. Have a lovely day. The first wealth is health, and health requires healthy food. We eat food to get energy to work. It means we get energy from food. Just like that, vehicles also need energy to move, and they get energy from fuels. Hope you have guessed the topic. Yes, children. Today we will do the revision of chapter 21, Fuels for Vehicles. The materials that these vehicles burn to produce energy are called fuels. Modern day vehicles use different types of fuels. Let us take a look at some of them. Coal. In the past, coal was used as a fuel to run steam engines and ships. In a steam engine, coal was burnt to produce heat. This heat boiled the water in the boiler to produce steam. Steam moved the piston, which turned the wheels of the engine. This is how a train moved. Let's see the procedure again. First, coal burns to produce heat. Then, heat changes water into steam. Then, steam moves the piston. Piston turns the wheel. And finally, train moves. Children, you know very well that with the arrival of diesel and electric engine, steam engine is not much in use. Coal is very important and valuable natural resources. But from where this coal is coming? How coal is produced? Let's discuss about this. Millions of years ago, the earth was covered with thick forest growing in swamps. Due to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, many forests were buried under the earth's surface. Due to high temperature and pressure inside the earth, the remains of the plant turned into coal. Yes, it is very interesting. Coal is used as a fuel mainly for cooking, producing electricity and moving engines. Many chemicals made from coal are used in drugs, plastics, nylon and fertilizers. Today, almost all forms of transports such as cars, buses, scooters, airplanes and ships depend on petroleum products like petrol, diesel and CNG. CNG means compressed natural gas. All motor vehicles have an engine. This is how an engine runs. Let's see how the engine moves the vehicle. First, fuel is burnt in the engine to produce energy. Then, energy produced runs the engine. And finally, the engine moves the vehicle. Petroleum is a dark-colored, thick crude oil. In Greek, petra means rocks and oleum means oil. So, the word petroleum means oil from rocks. Now, how this petroleum is formed? Let's see. Petroleum was formed when small plants and animals got buried under the sea millions of years ago. Due to high pressure and temperature, their bodies were slowly converted into petroleum. Petroleum is obtained by drilling holes called oil wells into the earth's crust. The petroleum so obtained is taken to an oil refinery. Here, from crude petroleum, products such as petrol, kerosene, diesel, fuel oil, and fuel gas, that is LPG, are obtained. How we get petrol and diesel? Yes, the petrol and diesel obtained at the oil refinery is supplied to the petrol depots in different parts of the country by trains and trucks. From these depots, petrol is supplied to petrol pumps by means of trucks, and we get petrol and diesel from these petrol pumps. Do you know, children? Mumbai High is a major oil bearing area of India. This area is under the sea. It is at a distance of 150 km from Mumbai. Mumbai High provides us with a lot of petroleum. Coal and petroleum are very important natural resources and play a vital role in modern society. So, it is very important to conserve coal and petroleum. Now, how to conserve coal and petroleum? Let us discuss this. We should keep our vehicles in good condition. We should keep the engines of our vehicles properly tuned. For this, we should send our vehicles for periodic services. Servicing improves efficiency and reduces fuel consumption. We should use public transports like buses and metro trains to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. In this way, we save a lot of fuel. We should avoid driving very short distances. Instead, we should walk or use a bicycle. This saves fuel. Also, walking is a good exercise and keeps us fit. Do you know, children, the level of pollution in Delhi has been brought down significantly after the introduction of compulsory CNG in vehicles like buses, taxis and auto rickshaws. Fuels like petrol and diesel are in limited supply. These fuels are measured in liters. The price of these fuels is gradually increasing due to limited supply. All vehicles need fuel to run. You must have observed that different vehicles travel different distances using a liter of petrol. For example, a car covers around 15 km using 1 liter. A scooter covers 40 km using 1 liter. And a motorbike covers 60 kilometers using 1 liter. The number of kilometers that a vehicle travels using a liter of petrol is called its mileage. Different vehicles have different mileages. Regular servicing of our vehicles increases their mileage. Fuels like coal and petroleum takes millions of years to form. The rate at which they are being used today indicates that they are likely to get exhausted very soon. The sources of energy that are exhaustible and cannot be renewed quickly are called non-renewable sources of energy. For example, coal and petroleum, of course. The demand for fuel is increasing. The number of vehicles in our country is increasing day by day. High prices, limited supply, and polluting effects of fuels like petrol and diesel have compelled us to search for renewable sources of energy. These are also called alternative sources of energy. Alternative sources of energy such as solar energy, wind energy, and energy of flowing water are renewable and do not exhaust. In addition, Their use does not cause pollution. We can solve the problem of energy crisis by using alternative sources of energy, using fuels judiciously. Children, you have to remember one thing. Energy saved is energy conserved. Thank you. Have a nice day.